Hello and welcome to another episode of StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. We're playing on the Brutal difficulty. Last we left off, we completed the Crucible. Kerrigan has been reformed into a new Queen of Blades, even stronger than before.
This is my destiny.
That is her destiny.
I feel
Yep,
power.
you've said that before.
Do you There's no turning back now.
That's true.
I will accept the consequences of my actions when that day comes.
I think it's kind of interesting to do this because I think they change her different
I will accept
voiced lines from mission to mission. Anyway, let's continue.
It is time. Confront the remaining pack leaders. Take what is theirs. Embrace the destiny of all Zerg.
So this will give us an additional 5 Kerrigan levels. So we got 11 last mission. This guarantees, with the bonus, 20 Kerrigan levels. I mean, that is such a massive increase in power. And we'll get the Hydralisk Evolution mission. So let's start Supreme. Defeat the Primal Pack Leaders. Her first 3 active abilities are always bound to Z, X, and C. I think it might be different for me because I have the grid hotkeys. We'll see.
Like fire. Wraith, immense and consumed by hatred. Sliven, the eternal mother, hollow and destructive. Kill them, and you will command the whole of the Zerg. Each has sent most of its pack against your swarm, leaving themselves vulnerable.
Isha, defend the Leviathan. I will deal with the pack leaders myself.
So,
it is time.
This is actually a relatively quick mission. There are multiple maps. We defeat a boss on each map. I think the mastery achievement is complete the mission in 15 minutes. So look here, 540 HP, 42 damage, 1 armor. Just double checking that I recorded.
My queen, new form, powerful, can leap through air, strike foes. New offensive ability, psionic shift, dash quickly, destroy creatures within path.
My queen. It's kind of funny that I associate that with Game of Thrones nowadays. This gives her a level.
Zelnaga origin.
Primal roaches help. They fight Yantra's brood.
So we're giving some roaches.
Form can twist essence, mend wounds, heal nearby Zerg and self.
So I was wrong. They are bound to Z, X, and C.
I am the swarm. Our conquest continues.
Is that a crab?
It is time. Yes.
So she heals a lot of energy by herself.
No time like the present.
Let's get up there. So it even says how many relics remain in the area.
We hope that limit.
I kind of wanted to click it to see what it is. Does she have new voice lines?
Will suffer. What is it this time? Speak. Retribution will be mine. You're trying my patience. The swarm is the instrument of my will. I have evolved beyond the Queen of Blades. I always did look better in purple. Revenge? I'm positively aglow about it. I think I'll wing it from here. Your queen listens.
I think that was all of her voice dialogues. Could be wrong. We'll see if she has any other lines in future missions. Look at that. That is so strong. So these are the 3 low tier abilities that we'll be getting.
No time like the present. The swarm conquers all.
Almost died there. We're gonna let her regenerate all her energy and maybe 100 HP so that we can get 150 immediately.
adapt. We are without
There we
limit.
go. Perfect.
Make your
So she
peace.
isn't indestructible.
I am the
That we
swarm.
did get 20 more HP and an additional damage from those two relics.
More roaches.
So,
Retribution will be mine.
gonna do that just so that we have more HP.
This world is mine.
The game saves automatically, so let's fight our first boss.
Leader of the Broken Pack? No!
Is that fear, Yagdra? You do know you never had a chance, right?
Your change means nothing! I will knock the flesh from your bones!
So Yagdra is the one who
Conquers all.
did a bunch of the damage or attacked us last time.
Destroy them.
We're gonna lose some of
What is it this time? Mix with
the... Yagdra was the one who attacked us last time when it came to... let's do this.
It is time.
I should have done that before.
Stay still!
Doing a bunch of damage.
Retribution will be mine. I am the swarm. Your queen listens. Boldly.
Let's do that.
Yes. This world is mine. No time.
We're probably gonna lose all of the...
Make your peace. The swarm conquers
all of our... what do you call them?
all. Our conquest.
All of our support forces. I need the... I need the to do that. This kind of reminds me of Diablo a little bit. We are super close.
Swarm conquers all.
We might actually lose.
Without limit. This world is mine.
Heal up.
Our conquest continues.
We're so close. One more.
Stay still!
Each time we do that, Kerrigan gains a level, I think. And we get a new map. So there is only one relic here.
Boldly.
We will be finding it.
No time like the present. Make your peace.
More of my pack. Primal hydralisks.
Quickly, destroy the eggs before they hatch. Focus on the largest ones first. Without limit. I am the swarm.
So I think one strategy is just ignore the eggs and continue on regardless, basically.
Boldly. Make your peace. The swarm conquers all. The swarm has met the enemy.
I do not want the
No
Ultralisk
time
to
like the
come out.
present. Without limit.
There we go.
This
Heal up.
world is mine. I am
So
the
they're gonna
swarm.
spawn endless
Our
enemies.
conquest
So we're gonna
continues.
take out one group. Then we're gonna try to
Boldly.
take this out right here.
Make your peace. We adapt.
Then we are gonna do
We
this.
are without limit. The swarm conquers all.
We're gonna lose that. That's fine.
No time like the present.
And I died. This is kind of a challenge. Okay. What I think I might do is I might game the situation. So what I'll do is I'll
Yes.
just burrow the
No
units
time
there,
like the present.
and then I'll just speed through.
I am the swarm.
More of my pack.
Burrow them.
Primal hydralisks.
Quickly, destroy the eggs before they hatch. Focus on the largest ones first. Conquest
Okay, let's head there.
continues. The swarm conquers all. Make your peace.
So what I'm gonna do is ignore them.
We are without limit.
Let's ignore
I
them.
am the swarm.
Save the game here.
Limit.
So
The
this is a way of
swarm
doing it.
conquers all.
It's a bit gamey, but we
No
did get
time
the
like the
artifact.
present. Is mine. Boldly.
I believe she has full
I am
HP
the
when
Our conquest continues.
you fight the boss battles, so it doesn't really matter.
I feel your strength. You will be worth killing. Worth the blood. 1,000 cuts shred the flesh.
Oh, whoopsies.
Strength comes for you.
What is it this time? World is mine. Speak. We adapt. We are without limit. Our conquest
I'm gonna let him do that because we can just do this.
Time like the present.
1,000 cuts shred the flesh. Rip you apart, limb from limb.
I am the swarm. Our conquest continues. The swarm conquers all.
Almost dead. 6,000
What is it
HP
this
though.
time?
Can kind of see how dangerous he is.
Retribution.
We don't have any support units, so that is a bit scary.
Make your peace. Our conquest continues.
Let's
We are
wait
without
for
limit.
them to...
Boldly. No time like the present.
Unfortunately, we're going to be knocked back.
Is mine. The swarm conquers all. We adapt.
I think I am playing somewhat suboptimally, but
It is time.
we're getting through it.
Our conquest continues.
My pack arrives.
Once
They
again, I
will
think the
break
optimal
your
thing to do
enemies.
is to just burrow them,
We are without limit.
let Kerrigan do everything.
Make your peace.
So there we have these creepers, which are
Speak.
basically banelings.
I am
These ones explode when they sense you.
no time like the present.
So let's head here.
Ravasaur.
So these are the Ravasors, quite
Bring
strong.
it down quickly.
I'm gonna wipe that out.
We adapt. The swarm conquers all. No time like the present. The swarm conquers all. I am the swarm. Our conquest continues. Make
Now
your
I can actually
peace.
read this. Selnaga Relic. Observation device of Selnaga origin. Contains a millennia worth of primal surge genetic information.
Retribution will be mine. Our conquest continues.
So we now do 44 damage, 580 HP.
We are without
It's a shame
limit.
that we don't have any extra armor. We don't even have like 2 or 3 armor. That would have been really good. Oh well.
We adapt.
Let them come here.
World is mine.
We can just kind of ignore them. A bunch of Ultralisks. We are
without
gonna
limit.
do that. Then back up.
No time like the present. World is mine. We adapt. The swarm conquers all. Make your peace. No time like
Okay,
the
that's
present.
taken care of.
The swarm conquers all. I am the swarm.
That is taken out. So Ultralisks are still
Our
very
conquest
dangerous. Okay, I
Make
think
your
we're good.
peace.
Let's save just in case. I don't have to redo all
Our
that.
conquest continues. I am the swarm. This world is mine. We are without limit. Boldly,
Let's do that.
we adapt. We are without limit.
Let's hold out
We
for a bit.
adapt. The swarm conquers all. Boldly. No time like the present.
There we go. Let's take this out.
This
What's great is if we have
world
100,
mine.
we can, I think, go here.
I am the swarm.
Let's do that.
The swarm conquers
And I think
all.
that damages the Ultralisk as well.
Our
I could be wrong,
conquest
though.
continues. Make your peace. Speak.
Are there more of those plant things? Yeah. Zerusian Needler.
Your
These are just creepers, suicide units.
Our conquest continues.
Keep
This
on.
world is mine.
I think we can just run
Make
past
your
them at
peace.
this point. Potentially.
We adapt. We are without limit.
Let's see.
Boldly.
I think
No
so, yeah.
time like the present.
Okay. Unburrow.
To your demise.
So I have no clue how long our allied units are gonna survive.
Our conquest.
Basically, I'm gonna let them do as much as they can do. Heal.
The swarm conquers all. We are without limit.
Take that out. We have already taken out about half of our HP.
Conquest continues.
Fortunately, we are losing forces left and right.
Retribution. The swarm conquers.
Let's take out some of these Ravasors. They're quite dangerous. Okay, let's chill for a bit. Do that. We need to... do that. Let them...
We adapt. We are without
I need to do this. Let's take out some more of these. Okay, good. Now we're almost dead. I mean, almost. We've almost won. I think that should be enough. Okay, now comes the finale. So it didn't take us 15 minutes to complete this mission.
It is time.
Servant.
The pack leaders are slain. The bats join your swarm. And here you stand, complete. You are Zerg. Your essence overflows with power. I thirst. You will feed my evolution, the first in millennia.
I wonder when you will make your move.
It's but to self. Kill or be killed. You know this.
Of course.
One will be consumed and become something greater than either. This is the heritage of the Zerg.
Okay, we want to immediately grab these and put them in the corners here. Oh, in the corners here.
Fight,
So I'm really only going to care about Kerrigan. Everything else is superfluous. Okay.
This is the destiny of all primal Zerg.
They are going to die, unfortunately, which is a shame.
Our conquest continues.
I think the Zerg we have here in the corners are really putting the work in. Yeah, so they're gonna die now. Unfortunately, that is the way of things. This is kind of like a... There we go. So as I said, this is very much like a Diablo mission, especially a Diablo 3.
Prepare the Leviathan. It's time the swarm returned to the cocoon.
Not completely, but there are a lot of similarities to this mission and like maybe the Belial fight, perhaps. I think there are some parallels there. So it's kind of fun, kind of cool. So it took us about 8 minutes to defeat all the bosses, but then we kind of dilly-dallied in between mission parameters. So one of them is complete the mission in 15 minutes. So we didn't do that. Kerrigan is super strong now. So we're...
My queen, your transformation has altered your...
Yeah, we need to go to the chamber.
The powerful essence of the primal pack leaders has awakened a new column and many abilities. As new tiers of abilities continue to awaken, you will gain abilities in this third column as well.
Look at that. We actually... So I guess we had 0 armor back in the day. But 2 armor, 11 extra damage for a total of 37. Shouldn't it be like 42? Oh, this gives us 10 damage. I see. And then 140 HP. That is amazing. So we could do something like this, where Kerrigan just has an insane amount of HP. In that case, you don't really need mend, because 100% life regeneration. This one is really good. This does reduce the attack range by 3. I wish the range did, but we are going to keep Kinetic Blast. I really like that as a single target structure. Chain Reaction is really good, especially with all the damage. Psionic Shift, not that important. The automated extractors are really good. It's kind of a toss-up between which one is better. I think the automated extractors, like in the long run, are better, potentially. Malignant Creep is really good. Twin Drones is amazing. I think Twin Drones and Improved Overlords synergize really well. Automated Extractions and maybe Vespene Efficiency is also very good, like as a bonus. Malignant Creep is good. It will be useful for specific missions. But I think this is the run we're going to do. Mend or Spawn Banelings. I think we're going to keep Mend for now. Actually, we're going to do Spawn Banelings for a specific... Actually, we're going to get Wild Mutation for a specific mission. This one is really good. All of the Kerrigan's abilities on this panel are good. Here, 2 of them are pretty good. Here, 2 of them are pretty good. 2 of them are pretty good. All of them are good. All of them are good. All of them are good. So it's kind of interesting. We have an evolution mission. We might do that first. Does she say anything else?
There's no turning back now. This is my destiny. I feel a power like nothing I've known before.
Alright. We already did that. The archives is the wrong button. Let's talk with Abathur.
Tell me about your work.
Look at flesh, see only potential. Strands, sequences, twisting, separating, joining. See how it could be better. Eat flesh, splinter bone. Inside me can touch it, weave it, spin it, make it great.
But not perfect?
Never perfect. Perfection goal that changes, never stops moving. Can chase, cannot catch.
You certainly have your uses.
Alright, let's do the evolution mission.
Hydralisk strain ready for augmentation. Expeditionary brood discovered ancient Zerg essence in Dominion space.
That is the lurker.
Brood under attack. Limited time.
Both of these are good. Well, you'll see. But basically, both burrow. The differences in their attacks. I think the price might be slightly different and supply is slightly different as well. But the Impaler is basically a siege tank in Zerg form, a burrowed siege tank, and the lurker is a lurker.
Planet Merrick 5. Swarm hive cluster under assault.
Prometheus Company. The Dominion's infestation specialist. We need to move fast.
Essence nearby. Overmind creation. Impaler colony. Slow attack. Incredible damage. Collect essence. Adapt hydralisks. Defeat Dominion.
So we haven't played StarCraft 1, but that is basically like a sunken colony, just slightly stronger. What was I gonna say? Something about the Impalers. Ancient defense technology evolved by the Overmind millennia ago. Slow but powerful tentacles tunnel through the ground to attack foes. Yeah.
Examining. Sequence incomplete. Must kill remaining Impaler.
What was I
colonies.
saying? Something about siege tanks and the Impalers. What's interesting is that at this point, I remember I was going to say, the Lurker was actually not in StarCraft 2 for either Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm, I believe. I believe it was added in Legacy of the Void. So, one of the staple units from Brood War. I mean, it's kind of funny zooming around. Okay, almost got it. I think we can out DPS it at this point. Yeah, there we go.
Sequence acquired. Spinning Impaler essence into Hydralisk.
It's
morph.
interesting that they don't have raptors.
Hydralisks now able to morph into Impalers.
Okay, 50 minerals and 100 gas. I think the Lurker is slightly more minerals, slightly less gas, and it's also one extra supply each.
Impaler attacks while burrowed. Damages single target. Tears through armor.
As you can see, they do a lot of damage. They are really strong.
Oh, hell no.
Retreat.
Dominion barricade.
It's interesting that they just have the base circling and not the... Oops. I forgot about that. Or I forgot. I didn't even remember that that happened.
That missile turret can detect our Impalers while burrowed.
We'll take it out.
First.
Yeah.
Keep it together.
We'll take this out. So yeah, I mean, if these were raptors or swarmlings, I don't think swarmlings would have helped all that much. The raptors would have probably, like, not broken this, but eventually taken this out.
Barricades destroyed. Only Prometheus Company base remains.
Do they have any extra life regen when they're burrowed? No. Okay, we have almost wiped out the entirety of Prometheus Company's little base here. This is a lot of heavy equipment. Like, whatever forces Prometheus Company used to have, like, they should be incredibly depleted after this. Multiple Thors and siege tanks lost. Like, that is not going to be cheap. They do so much damage against armored. 45, and a fast weapon speed as well, all things considered.
Forces eliminated. Alternative Hydralisk morph possible. Surviving lurker dens discovered. Planet Caver, once birthing colony for Dagoth's brood, now feral. Feral lurkers, survivors of interswarm conflict.
I can control them, but I can't morph more.
Key transformation sequence missing. Requires lurker den. Secure nearby den. Return essence to swarm control.
I wonder what happens if you suicide these, if you get more of them, or if you, like, lose the mission. Do I want to try it? You know, let's try it. What happens? What happens? Anyway, yeah, Dagoth is an absolute bam. He is definitely the most dangerous Cerebret and one of the biggest. Yeah, okay. I was just double checking. Just double checking.
Attacks many foes
Yeah.
while burrowed. Effective against light enemies.
So basically, the Impaler is amazing versus heavy enemies.
And attack.
The Lurker is amazing against light enemies. The range is far smaller, I believe, than the Impaler. Impaler is basically a siege tank. This is, you know, a Lurker for better. It's like the splash damage.
Reached. Broodmother Kilisa inbound to extract essence. Overlords en route.
So we apparently have a Broodmother loyal to us at this point called Kalisa.
They're attacking from the south. Defend the lurker den.
Banelings and all this other stuff. Probably from the north.
Another wave incoming. Keep them off the lurker den.
Banelings were actually kind of dangerous. You can see how, like, basically the Lurkers have the splash damage of the siege tank, and the Impalers have the range and the single target damage of the siege tank.
Feral Zerg defeated. Broodmother ready to extract essence. Must prepare sequences for Hydralisk morph. Returning to evolution pit. Hydralisk morph ready for integration. Await decision.
So basically, either using the sunken colonies, called Impaler colonies, to get the Impaler, or use the Lurkers from Dagoth's brood. We really have to play StarCraft 1. Dagoth is definitely probably the quintessential Zerg Cerebret, and maybe the most dangerous and smartest antagonist, I'd say, with exception to maybe Duran and the Overmind, I would say. And Kerrigan herself, if you can count her as that. So yeah, Impaler Colony Essence evolved millennia ago. First mutated under Overmind's intrusion. Ancestor strain of Sunken Colony. Powerful. Oh, it's an ancestor strain of the Sunken. I see.
Evolution complete.
The Impaler evolved. Very strong. We're not going to be using that many Impalers, but we will use a few, I think, on certain missions. Skygear Station might be a place where we use them. Okay, let's talk with Isha.
You have become strong and taken another world. I think you will conquer the universe.
I don't know about that. But the Zerg will never again be pawns of other races. Not even the Zelnaga. We have changed. And now, other worlds await.
Let's speak with the Haka.
Did you know the Ancient One would turn on me?
Your essence, it called him.
And you didn't try to warn me?
He was Zerg. You are Zerg. One dies, and one grows strong. You know.
I think I'm starting to understand you, Dahaka.
I don't quite understand what the purpose the beard has. Like, from an evolutionary standpoint. I don't know what it has for purpose. Okay, let's travel.
We still need to travel to Char, formerly the Swarm's primary hive cluster in the Kaprulu sector. Zerg and Terran factions vie for control of the planet. To reunite the Swarm, you will need to reconquer Char. Your first opponent will be the renegade broodmother Zagara. She will not surrender her brood to you without a fight.
So yeah, they kind of railroad you into traveling to Char. We are actually going to travel there, and then we'll end the episode. I was planning on maybe doing that next episode, but let's go. Why not? So that was my point about the Harder Swarm campaign being a bit more railroaded. So here we are, back in Char. We are going to be doing these interactions next episode, I think. So,
My main hive. This is where I belong.
this is where you belong. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new here, do consider subscribing. I release content every day. StarCraft once a week, a bunch of Diablo, and some Warcraft 3 and Star Wars. So lots of different content. A small channel, so every subscription, every like helps a lot proportionately. And I hope you join me next time. Take care.